Hello everyone, today I am going to create a simple quiz app in Android Studio. Let me show the demo app. This is our demo app. Here we have image views, text views and buttons. As the name implies, this is a quiz app. Here we will get the questions and we have to answer for those questions. For that, we have two buttons like true and false. And to get the next question and previous question, we have buttons here. Let me check this first question. The human skeleton is made up of less than 100 bones. Yeah, we know that it's false. So let me check that answer. Yeah, you can see that whenever you click on true or false button, we will get some message like if the answer is correct, you will get that's correct, or the answer is wrong, then you will get that's incorrect. You can see that our answer is correct, so we're getting that's correct. You can check by clicking true also. Yeah, you can see that's incorrect. We got message like that's incorrect. This is about our app. Let's get start building this app. First of all, we have to open Android Studio. Once after opening the Android Studio, create the new project. Click on File, New, then New Project, and select the empty activity and name the application here. I'm naming as Quiz App, and select the package, then select the location, and then select the programming language, and then select the minimum SDK. I am selecting minimum SDK as 4.4 KitKat level. So click on finish button. Now you can see that our app is ready for coding. Click on the XML file. First of all, we have to get rid of this hello word. So click on that and delete. And we have to get rid of this constraint layout because we are going to use the linear layout. So from here we have to delete this line and then add the linear layout. Yeah, and get rid of this line also. Now first add the background color of our app. We are using the background color as accent color. Then we want our image view and the text view as a vertical. So select the orientation as vertical. That's about in this linear layout. Next, just delete this end tag, and inside this linear layout we're going to add the image view and wrap content. Now we have to add the image for our image view. For that, Android src, and here we have to get the image. To get the image, we have to place that image in resource folder in that drawable. For that, I have image in desktop. Let me open that. Yeah, this image I want. So just copy this image and paste that in resource and drawable folder. So let's open that. Here, resource folder, in that drawable. Here we have to paste this image. Just paste. That's all. Now click on the OK. If you want to change the name of image, you can. Now you can see our image is in our drawable folder. Now we have to get this from here to here for using add drawable. Now you can see our image is showing here. Let's add this one. Yeah, our image is uploaded. So close this tag here. Now we have to add the text view. Give the ID for this text view, Android ID, @ID. I'm giving ID as answer text view. Then give some padding for this text view. Then give the text for this text view. I'm giving text as question declaration. Then give the text color and give the style for this text and the size of this text. Text size around 20 sp and text style I want bold and italic. This is about the text view. Just close this one, and you can see here our image and text view are placed here, but we want this at the center. For that, we have to come here in this linear layout. We have to assign Android gravity as center. Once you do that, you can see it's placed at the center. And just resize this quiz image. Just resize this one. Yeah, this much is enough. Yeah. Now we want to implement the true and false button. For that, I'm using one more linear layout. Wrap content, and for this, and I'm giving layout margin top as 34 dp and orientation as horizontal. Just close this linear layout. Inside this linear layout, we're going to build two buttons. First button, wrap content and wrap content. Then give the ID for this button and give the text. I'm giving text as true. You can see there some warning is there. Just click on that. We want to extract the string resource. I am giving resource name as true text and resource value true only. Yeah, this is right. Now click on OK. You can see now that warning is no more. Now we have to create one more button. For that button, wrap content and give Android ID as ID, then false button, Android text as false. Just extract the string false text and value is false only. Okay. Till now we have created a partial design in XML. Let's move to the Java file to create the logic. Now here we have to declare the variables for our true and false buttons and for the text view. So private button type true button, then again one more is private button type false button, then private text view type, that is question text view. Let's initiate these things. False button is equal to find view by ID r dot id dot false button. Then same for the true button is equal to find view by ID r dot id dot true button. Then question text view is equal to find view by ID r dot id dot then answer text view semicolon. So now let's set onClick listener method for this true and false button. For that, true button dot set onClick listener, then this method, then for the false button false dot set onClick listener, then this. Now we have to just select this method and click on this bulb symbol and then select this second one, make main activity implement Android view dot onClick listener method. Now here we want only the onClick view method, so just click on this one and click on the OK button. Now you can see we got the onClick method. Just implement this one. We're using switch cases. Switch, inside that v dot get id and open that. Inside that write the case r dot id dot true button, then give the toast message toast dot make text. Inside that main activity dot this comma text as true comma, then toast dot length short, then close, then dot show. Now we have to do same for the false button also. So just copy paste this, copy paste and change this button as false button and give message also here false. Yeah, now you can see that. So now let's create the question bank. For that, move towards the Java file here, and in this package just right click and new there and select the Java class. Now name the class as question, that's all. Then click on OK button. You can see we got the class. Here we have to implement this class. For that, declare variables like private, int, answer, res id, and one more variable as private, boolean type, answer true. Yeah, these are the two variables that we're going to use here. And now just create the constructor here. For that, select the area and right click here and click on this generate option and select the constructor and select both of these two. Then click on OK button. Now you can see that our constructor is created. So now we have to create getter and setter. So select the area and click on this generate option and then select getter and setter. And here also we want these both variables, so select these two and click on this OK button. Now you can see we got the getter and setters also. Till now we have created the question bank. Now we have to add the questions for our applications. That we have to do in our string.xml file. That is placed in here in this resource folder. Here we have the values folder. In that values folder we have string.xml. Open that and you can see here we have the our application name and true text and the false text like, and then we have the question declaration. This is the text view that we added already, and here we're going to place the first question. Just get rid of this question declaration and add the first question. Now we're going to see this question as a first question in our text view, and for this question ID is question declaration. Like this we have to add the questions. Let me add the questions first. Let's add the second question, string name, and the question name as I'm giving like question body. This is the ID, and then add the question, then add the question and then close the string tag. Like this we have to add questions for our applications. I have already questions written. I will just copy paste them here. Yeah, now you can see that we have added the questions for our applications, and here I added two more string values, that is correct answer and the wrong answer. This is for the user choose correct answer or wrong answer. For that we have created a string value. This will be implemented in future. So let's move for our Java file and just implement these questions here. To do that we have to come here, and here we have to declare private question. Then we are going to creating the array. So array is equal to then question bank is equal to new question array. Then open that, and inside this new question r dot string dot question declaration. This is nothing but from resource, and from the string it's getting the questions. So let's check first which question is there. Any questions we can add. We have to add this resource string. So copy this one and add here question declaration comma true, then semicolon. Like this we have to initialize all questions. R dot string dot, then take the ID of second question. This is the ID of second question. Copy this and paste here dot, then comma, then give the answer, proper answer. For this question answer is true. This is answer I have given here. The proper answer we have to feed here. So answer is true. Like this we have to do for all the questions. Let me do that. New Yeah, till now we added the 11 questions here. Let's create the previous and next button. Using that we can see all our questions. So let's create that. Here we have to get one more linear layout, wrap content, then Android margin top I'm giving as 34 dp, then and then orientation as horizontal. Now inside this linear layout we are going to create two image view buttons. First one, image view, wrap content, then and we're going to give the content description, yeah, previous, and extract the string, name as previous text and value as previous. That's all. Let's give id for this image button, Android id, at id I'm giving as preview button. So now we have to add image for this image buttons. So let me add that, Android source, then add drawable. Yeah, you can see that we have copy pasted the image. So just add that image here. First this is previous button, right? So for that backward, this one, this is our copy pasted image name, and that is placed in resource and drawable folder. Like that we have to do for the next button. Just close it and create one more button for the next. So just copy this one and paste here. Just change the content description as next text. For that, here also next text. That's all. Then give the id, then change id also here, next button, and same thing here, add drawable. Yeah, you can see our image name forward is here, it is. Let's add this one. Yeah, you can see we added our images here for this image view buttons. So let's implement the other part. Now we are done with creating this next and previous button. Now let's create the switch cases for these two buttons also. For that, move towards Java file, and here we have to do that. So for that case, r.id dot next button, and just break it here only. Let's implement in few minutes and create for the same case dot case r.id dot false but previous button, and just break this also. We will implement these two cases in few minutes. Before that we have to initialize a variable here, private int current question index equal to 0. This is for to trace the current question index. So now implement this case, and we have to create variables for the next button and previous button. For that, private image button type, preview button, and private image button type, next button. And we have to initialize these two buttons also here. Preview button is equal to find view by id r.id dot previous button, preview button, semicolon. Next button is equal to find view by id r.id dot next button, and we have to create on click method also. For that, preview button dot set on click listener this, and next button dot set on click listener this. Yeah, now let's implement this case. For that, we have to use this current index incremented, and let's check that is that the previous and next button is working or not. For that, add a log d, and inside this tag as current and message as on click. Then just concatenate this current index variable, then semicolon. That's all. So let me show that how this next button is working. So let's run the app. So to see this message we have to open this run console, and now click on this next button. Then we have to get this log message. Yeah, you can see here when we clicking, at each time we getting on click 1, on click 2, like this so many times we got. So that's fine, this is working. Now our next implement is that when we click on this next button we have to get next question here, means question should change. To do that we have to implement here. So below this log message, let's set the question text view dot set text, then question bank, inside array current question index dot get answer id. So let's see by running is question changing or not. Run this app, see by clicking this button. Yeah, you can see that our question is changing by clicking this next button. So click, I added around 10 questions here. So click. Oh, you can see that at some click it's crashing the app. Let's see what happened. Yeah, just what we're doing here is we just incrementing the question index. We not created any loop because we have around 10 questions. When it comes to 10, again we increment, it moves to 11. There is no 11th question, then it will going to crash. So we have to do here loop for like when it reaches to 10th question or the final question, it should come again to the first or 0th question. Let me do that. To do that, just get rid of this incrementing part and make it as question index is equal to then current question index plus 1 modulus question bank dot length. Just wait on here, curly braces we missed. Yeah, it's right. So now we created a loop. So let me check, is our app now closing automatically or what? To that, run and see by clicking this. Yeah, now you can see that our app is not crashing, it's working properly. So let's implement other part. So let's implement this previous button. To do that we want one if condition. If current question index greater than 0, then we have to do same this thing, current question index. I just copy here and paste, and just instead of plus make it minus, then it will move towards the previous question. Then give this log message. Let's run this app. Let's see is this previous button working or not. For that move forward and now check this. Yeah, you can see that our previous button is working. So now just I'm refactoring this code. Instead of writing this much code, let's write the one method and call that method inside this next and previous button. To do that, just let's create one more method, private void update question. Inside this update question method, we just copy pasting these two lines, and instead of these two lines just call the update method. That's all, and make same to here also. Let's see how it's working. It will show the same thing, but we just refactored. Yeah, it's working same as previous. There's no error. Yeah, let's implement other part. So now let's create one method and give some toast message to the user. When he click on true and false button, he should get a proper message like the answer is correct or answer is wrong. For that, write the method private void, method name is check answer, and this is of boolean type, and we're sending user chosen correct. Yeah, and open this method. Inside this method we're going to write boolean answer is true is equal to question bank, and in array question index dot is answer true. Yeah, semicolon, and let's initialize the toast message int toast message is equal to 0. Then write the if condition. If user chosen correct is equal to answer is true, then toast message is equal to r dot string. We have created this message in resource string, so let's call that, yeah, this much, semicolon, else open toast message dot toast message, oh sorry, here we have to do toast message id. Yeah, same thing here also, toast message id, same here also, toast message id is equal to r dot string dot wrong answer. Yeah, then here outside of this else text, inside this we writing main activity dot this comma, and toast message id comma, then toast message dot toast dot length short, then dot show. Yeah, now it's ready. So now to execute this method, we have to call this method inside this true button and in false button. So let's get rid of this log message. Instead of this, we calling here that message. So see check answer, inside this write true. Yeah, make same to this false button also. So just delete this one and write instead of this check answer false. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, now we have completed this work. So let's run and see how it's working. So let's check that we're getting that message or not. So let's check this true button now. Oh, I have done a mistake here, true spelling, so just correct it. Let me do that. Yeah, here we have true. It's right. So run again. Once again I'm running. Yeah, now it's correct. So let's check that is true button is working or not. So click on this. Yeah, you can see that we're getting that message. That's correct. Yeah, the study of plants is known as botany. Yeah, it's true. So let's check. Yeah, that's correct. So let me click on false. Yeah, that's incorrect. So means if we tell that this is wrong, like clicking false, then we're getting the answer as that's wrong, because this is true. The plant study is known as botany. So it's true, and we're getting that correct answer. So this is about our app. So let's check next question. So now our app is completely built. So you can see here I have added around 11 questions. You can add any number of questions, that's left to you. And so let's check all questions from beginning. Yeah, first our question is this one, the study of plants. Here you can see this is true, and I have given answer also here. And let me check that true. Yeah, that's correct. Then second question, Kelvin is a measure of temperature. Yeah, it's true. Then you can see that's correct answer. Like this we have built our quiz app. You can see here whenever we rotate the mobile, even app is rotating. So we have to lock the screen orientation. To do that, you have to open this manifest file and you have to lock the screen orientation. For that, here Android screen orientation locked. That's all. Yeah, now we're done with our application. We built a simple quiz application in this video. If you like this video, please hit a like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.